What is going on, everybody? It is day 1022 within Ontario lockdown, so you get to deal with this hair just like I get to deal with it, okay? Okay. Today we're going to be going over our portfolio update. So again, to recap the portfolio, because I know a lot of new people see these portfolio videos, we started out with $1,000 USD. We've been putting in $400 every other week, and we put in another $400 this week. I know last video somebody said, wow, you're ballsy putting in money now fresh in crypto. Well, the bull market isn't over, and there's still plenty of room to make gains in certain projects. Maybe not so much in bigger projects. You know, I probably wouldn't be dumping a lot of money into Cardano or Polkadot. But if you didn't have any of either of those, I'd probably enter them at least to get exposure. But let's get into the crypto portfolio. First, I wanted to update where the portfolio is. So before we added money, we were sitting at around $9,300. Somewhere give and take, we were bouncing around that point. Cardano is obviously our biggest holding there, being at $2,600. But we're going to be talking about exactly how much percentage of a gain we've gotten on our top cryptos. But in this video, we have added a cryptocurrency, a specific altcoin. This altcoin is the gas token, the network token that's going to be running the polkaswap DEX. This is the Pswap DEX that I've been talking about. Super bullish on it. The testnet is live. So they are trying to deploy this out. And I personally think this is going to be one of the decentralized exchanges that are going to blow the competition away. And that includes things like Uniswap and Pancakeswap. And you guys all know how much I love Pancakeswap. And again, I'm not bearish on Uniswap. I'm bearish on ETH gas fees, which are being fixed. So there is competition in the space. So keep that in mind. Just because I'm bullish on Pswap doesn't mean that this is going to be the one, but it could be one to definitely take some market capitalization in terms of decentralized exchanges. So please keep that in mind. We've added in $400. You'll notice that the price is already down, but that's because of Porfolio, because right now the price is bouncing at around 707. I'll put that up on the screen there for CoinGecko. I don't know why my Porfolio is off, but when I went to add it, I was extremely surprised that, hey, like I should be buying a lot more XOR than what I'm getting here. And then I realized, oh, the price is way above Porfolio. So that was a pleasant surprise for my own portfolio. But doesn't work well for here. But hey, you guys get it. Let's talk about our top earners. Cardano is easily one of the top. It's definitely brought us a 233% gain. Now, I know there's a lot of altcoins in our bags lower than the top four, but we're just going to be focusing on the top four because I don't want this video to be super long. And, obviously some of the altcoins down there are just smaller projects, right? But we're going to be talking about the big major ones, the big ones that have moved the portfolio. So we've made $1,800 on this investment. We've totally put in around $800 roughly into Cardano, which makes sense. So right now we're sitting at around a 233% gain, and we are expecting Cardano to move further as we know more launches are coming out. So we have the Alonso update, we have the big conference that is happening or happened with the Africa announcement. There's a lot of things happening in Cardano. Cardano is also looking to level the financial playing field, which is why I'm so bullish on this blockchain specifically. And I am putting out a specific video on Cardano to talk about why I'm bullish for the future. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff to keep in touch and make sure that you get those videos when they come out. One of our top performers of the portfolio, this is a sleeper, an entire sleeper, because we bought Vechain back at 3 cents. I remember when I bought Vechain for the first time in my actual portfolio, and oh my God, has it blown up since then. I'm so glad that I didn't sell any of my Vechain. It's been great. Actually, the one thing that I've regretted most in all of my portfolio management of cryptocurrency is selling certain projects. For example, I sold DGB way back. I sold this back in the bear market, but I would roughly have a couple $1,000s for a couple $100 position. So I just keep that in mind, guys. You know, at the end of the day, you'll probably only regret the things that you sell, maybe more so than you regret the things that you didn't buy into. But we did increase our Vechain position by $1,000, and we only deposited $200 in here. So this is a huge gain. Half of 1,000% of a gain. We've made 523% on Vechain. And there were a couple of times that I've actually entered Vechain because it didn't pump. So you got to recognize, guys, every time I go into something and it hasn't pumped, that is the prime time to go into something. Of course, Sora is the exception here because, you know, Polkadot, again, is one of my favorite tokens. It's one of the tokens that I hold, one of the tokens that I'm most bullish on. We have made a total of 348%. It was hard for me to buy Polkadot because the second that I bought at $9.19, this pumped right up to above $20. And it just went away from me from there. And I just couldn't stomach buying Polkadot, especially when I was buying Polkadot in my portfolio, the portfolio that I started in the bear market. I was buying it for $2, so roughly $2.40, somewhere like that it was accumulating through the bear market. So this alone is crazy, but it does go to show that there are the mental barriers that you have to get past. Maybe something looks expensive, but it's not actually expensive. I would have loved to pick up more Polkadot at around $28, and I should have, but we didn't. So this brings our portfolio to a total of roughly $9,700. I know it says $9,500 here, but we're factoring in the fact that our SOR isn't being counted at the exact amount. So roughly $9,700. We are looking at some of our lower holdings in altcoins. Some coins, and I'm going to be talking about the coins that I kind of regret not buying more into. I don't regret buying any of them, so I want to make that clear. But I am going to be talking about my biggest regrets in terms of what I didn't buy. The biggest regret in terms of what I didn't buy is more BNB. Now, I've added more BNB to my actual portfolio a couple of times since this portfolio, but I don't know why it slipped through the wayside. I could have entered at $300, again at $400, but no, here it is at $626. So that is probably one of my biggest regrets, and I still think BNB is going to do well. I'm happy I hold a healthy amount of BNB in my actual portfolio, so for that I am grateful. But at this point, I wish that we had more in this portfolio. It definitely would have helped out and made us pump a little bit more. Reef, I don't regret Reef at all. The thing about Reef is it hasn't moved. It's sideways action. You gotta expect that with a lot of cryptocurrencies. And when we bought in Reef, it was right after the big SOAR, the big pump, and then we had a bunch of the FUD come out and everything else. So I'm still holding. I still hold a good amount of Reef on my actual portfolio, and that right now is actually being provided as liquidity on PancakeSwap. So I'm earning cake on PancakeSwap, providing my Reef and BNB. If you guys want a video, a tutorial on PancakeSwap and providing LP, let me know and I will put that together for you guys. XLM is another one of our holdings. I don't regret, obviously, holding it at all. Zilliqa, I'm so happy that Zilliqa has finally pumped. Even in my portfolio, I was happy to see today Zilliqa has finally made some moves. So anyone that's been bullish on that blockchain, congratulations. I think Zilliqa is going to do well, especially the fact that the Singaporean dollar runs off Zilliqa or is going to run off Zilliqa. I'm just hugely bullish on Zilliqa in the long term. And of course, we know it's another smart contract blockchain, similar to Ethereum. It's doing things that Ethereum isn't doing right now, like sharding and everything else that Ethereum is trying to get out in Ethereum 2.0, which I believe is actually coming out sooner than we think. So I'm happy that I staked all of my Ethereum and I can't sell any of it. So, there it is. Cell token hasn't moved that much from when we bought it, but this is a token that I'd probably still hold because I think Celsius Network, the platform, is going to do very well. I really like the app. I use it on a day-to-day basis. They pay me interest every week. I take microloans. In fact, I took a loan just recently to buy SOAR. If you want to check out that video, go ahead and click on the notification up there somewhere, wherever it is, and watch that video. Then we have our little tiny position of BTC. Obviously, we didn't want to buy too much BTC because it just got too far away from us. We had to buy altcoins, but we will end up considering cashing out some positions into BTC. Eventually, when we start cashing out this portfolio, you'll see a lot of it going to Pax Gold, Bitcoin, possibly Ethereum, possibly some other projects after they've dumped, but most likely a mix of Pax Gold and United States dollar. So that's it. That is the whole portfolio from start to finish. That is where we're currently sitting at right now. And I'd like to get some input in the comments below. If you had to change one thing about this portfolio, what exactly would you change? Would you add something? Would you take something away? Would you create a larger position in one of the other tokens? Please let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, go ahead and give me a like. It really helps share this video out. Subscribe to the channel as well if you want to catch any new crypto news and analysis. And of course, happy hodling.